So, not really him. Like it just started out. Well. Here's your back. So here's the thing. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to do how to make a cohesive poster. And so the here's the let me just show you. First of all, here's a picture of a car, and it says, can you can you just pipe down? I'm trying to do YouTube. It says fun car, but it's a very boring font. So if you're walking down the hallway and you see this poster, or you won't see it. You won't see it. You won't turn your head sideways to look at this. It's too boring, right? And so pretend you want a theme and you want to be like a vintage Western kind of thing. Well, go get a vintage Western background and get a vintage Western border. For a background, look what you can do. Get online, go to unsplash.com. Let me just type it in. Unsplash.com. I'll just type in the word texture. And here's the thing. If you're doing a vintage Western kind of theme, don't go get you a sci-fi background. That doesn't make any sense, right? Find something that looks old and rustic like that. Copy and paste it in there. So here's the thing. Here's a vintage background, vintage border. The car looks vintage, and even the type. I found a vintage font. Where'd you get that vintage font from, Mr. Cox? I'll tell you. Just go to defont.com. Look, here's options. Retro. Here's a bunch of retro fonts. Also, look at this. Eroded. Eroded looks like it's been kind of eaten away over time. There's so many options. dafont.com, defont.com. Then here, oh boy, where's my screen here? Okay, if you want to do a sci-fi kind of background, look at this. Get a sci-fi background. Go to unsplash.com, type in outer space, and then make it glow if you want. Same car, but it's different this time. Look at this. Instead of being normal, we double clicked it and then went to inner glow and tweaked the outer glow, changed it from dark to light. You can change so many things about it. Inner glow, outer glow, and color overlay. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. And even though it's technically a vintage car, it sure looks futuristic now. Also got a futuristic kind of sci-fi font. Look at this. This and this look like, oh goodness, look like two different projects, don't they? Because they have two different themes. If you want to, you can also make this kind of see-through. Just instead of making it pitch black, you can make it where it's rusty by putting it on overlay. Okay, so there's a vintage one. Here's a sci-fi one. What other kinds of options do I have for different types of themes? Well, I'll tell you. You could do corporate branding, Nike or Lego or something like that. There's different cultures. Every nation has many different cultures, subcultures within the overall culture. And so you could do one like that. Here in Auburn, our culture, we dress up in orange and blue and we throw toilet paper into the trees and things like that. It's our own little niche cultural mannerisms. So there's seasonal, different times of the year you want different themes, symbolic, grungy, fantasy, graffiti. You could even do a theme of just color, a color theme, Western, royal, minimalism, team spirit, mechanical, vintage, messy, futuristic, bizarre, surreal. This is not an exhaustive list. There's many other different types of themes that you can do. So cohesive is a word that basically means stick together. And then when it comes to graphic design, it means that the whole project works together as one project. The font is sci-fi, the imagery is sci-fi, the background is sci-fi. On this one, the font is old vintage Western, the background is vintage Western, and the car is at least vintage. It all sticks together. Like, okay, if there's a cohesive family, that whole family pitches together and works together to, tend to their farm or something. The cohesive means sticks together, and that's what you're going for. And then once you get one poster that's cohesive, you could have a whole poster series that's cohesive. So like, watch this. See this poster? And then here is its series. Boom, boom, boom. 4 different posters, very cohesive. You can tell they stick together in the same family. Here's another one. This was for a Transformer. This one's from a Transformers movie. Put them together. That's pretty cohesive. It sticks together. The whole thing. Here's the good guys. Here's the bad guys. A cohesive poster series. Here's a poster. You see, it's got the Wolverine man. What's the Wolverine actor's name? Hey, excuse he's the guy from The Greatest Showman. You know the actor? Yeah. Is it Mark Hamill? No, wait a minute. Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker. The listen here. Okay, The Greatest Showman. He's in it's not Troy Bolton, but the other you know that he's older. He's a big old jacked up muscle. No. He's Wolverine and he's The Greatest Showman. And he's in that other movie. What? No, that's Leonardo. No, no. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. That's it. Thank you. Okay, there's Hugh Jackman in there. Also, here's a lady. Here's another man. That's the Batman guy. He was also in Newsies. So here's the thing. This face, very cohesive. When you put them together, you can tell that that's a family that sticks together. Look at this. Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, it's a different Ocean's 12. They're cohesive. They all look like they stick together, right? Once you see one, you've kind of seen them all. Okay, so that's the word cohesive. When you make a Photoshop project, just make sure you keep it cohesive. And then if you do a theme of the posters, make sure that they're cohesive. Each poster sticks to itself, and then each one of those posters sticks together as a group. That's what we want to do when we make projects.